All right, welcome back to What the Puck podcast, brought to you by Nelson Sports Network. We got our guy Clayton on now. Clayton's at work, as you can tell. He decided to stop in and have a little chit chat with us about the Central Division because I think this is kind of a hot topic for all of us, especially you being a Stars fan, Clayton, me being an Avs
Yeah.
fan. We got Andy wasn't able to make it tonight. He's a Wild fan. I know he's going to want to talk on this topic again here shortly, and then we got the oddball out over here, the Caps fan.
Atlantic, bud.
But what are your thoughts, though? Let me know what you're thinking about the Central Division, the way it stands right now. We've got the Avs in first place. They got 63 points. We got the Stars with 57 points. We got the Wild with 52 points. And those are kind of like the three strongest teams, it seems like, in the NHL right now.
Yeah. I really think they're pretty heavy hitters. I think eventually the Avs are going to have reality come back to them where they're going to start losing regulation games. Right now, they just have not. They have been unstoppable as far as that goes.
They have been unstoppable, 2 losses, but look at your team. I mean, the Stars only have 7 losses.
Yeah, but I mean, the Avs are finding ways to make sure these things go to overtime before they lose.
Right.
And the Stars are not. I mean, look at the other night. Y'all slipped up, lost a game you guys should have won. Like, these are things you got to have. You got to punch those up. You look at the Avs; they find a way to come back from 0-2 against the Golden Knights, leader in the Pacific, and then freaking win the game in a shootout. Like, those are huge difference makers, and it's going to pay dividends in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Stars, Clayton? I mean, they've lost 2 in a row right now, but I mean they've only lost 7 total games all year. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I think they're a strong team. I think what's killing them is getting. I would say it's some goaltending. I mean, you can't expect to win a game if you can't. I mean, you can't keep them from scoring. You got to stay ahead of the other
Stars
team.
right now remind me of the Avs about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, before they went out and got Wedgwood and Blackwood. Like they have Ott, who's a solid goalie, and DeSmith is a solid goalie, but you need an ace in the hole. I mean, you can't be letting up these games that you gotta win. Like teams that you should beat have to beat. It's the same thing with any other sport. The teams that you circle and you go, this is a must-win, easy game for us. You got to win those games.
Right.
You got to put them away. That seems to be what the Avs are doing this year. They finally got the talent. They got Wedgwood. They got Blackwood in that net. And then they got aces all around shooting the puck. And I think a lot of the time, too, you look at Ott and DeSmith, they're doing a solid job. But then you guys have some boneheaded play, give up a lousy turnover, and it leads to right in the back of your guys' net every time.
Yeah. And then they gotta. Wyatt Johnson's got to figure out how to. Like his last couple of games, he's not been the player he is the beginning of the year,
Mm-hmm.
And then
he's kind of slowed down, huh?
Yeah, and then Robertson, when they played Chicago the other night, hit the post 3 different times. I mean, he's got to put those. I think it was 3. I can't remember. I know 2 for sure, but I think in the shootout he hit the same spot 3 times. I mean, you got that's. They just weren't playing. I mean, I guess they weren't playing solid in my eyes the other night.
I agree. Some of the star players on the Stars have kind of. It seems like they've kind of hit a wall for a little period here.
I mean, it seems like you guys are really dominant when Robertson's on the ice, and then after that, it's just who's going to take the mantle. You got to constantly rely on your goalies, and then you guys are having boneheaded mistakes. It's if you guys can get this thing together, you guys are clearly right now the number 2 seed, but you should be able to make a run for it, just like the Avs are going to.
Right.
And honestly, like this leads to the conversation of I feel like the Central is going to be the weakest division towards the end because you guys are so strong now, and the way the playoffs line out is you guys are going to cannibalize yourselves. You're going to beat the crap out of your guys' selves. So whoever comes out is going to play a well-rested Knights or Oilers team or whoever else. The Ducks are really good this year, so maybe the Ducks, but it's a lesser division, and they're going to come in with you guys beating the crap out of each other, putting each other into boards, giving each other a really solid 7-game series. Probably goes 7, maybe 6 games. And whoever comes out is going to be banged up, and you got to do that twice. So you're going to have Wild come in, and then you're going to have the Avs, or as far as the Stars are concerned, the Avs are going to probably have vice versa. You're going to have one of them solid teams that's going to come in, and you're going to have to beat up on them, and you're not going to have no easy outs. The Central is going to be 5 to 7 game series, whereas the Pacific has been known in the past 4 game series. Just kind of depends on how the teams end up playing and how the puck ends up rolling.
Well, I mean, you look at like the last 2 years, the Oilers have ended up coming out of the West.
Yep.
And it's because I think it's because the Central, like you said, the Central's so strong that they beat each other up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Oilers come through. These teams are beat up, they're injured, they're wore out.
Who are the Oilers playing every year? They're playing the Knights and they're playing the Kings. All right, well, the Knights are really the solid challenge, and the Kings, it just seems like the Oilers are daddy until the Kings finally prove that they can beat them. And it looked like last year might have been the chance that they had, and then they let it go away. They just proved. I mean, they remind me of the Raptors and LeBron James. Like, they just find a way to lose these games to the Oilers that they should be winning.
Yeah. I think, like, you look at the Pacific right now, the Knights have 45 points, the Ducks and the Oilers have 44, and the Kings have 41. So it's like that top is like very evenly matched.
Well, I mean, you even look at the bottom. I mean, you got the Canucks at 37. Your point spread is so close. Like, all these just take a win or two, and you flip the division completely.
Right.
Whereas the Avs, Stars, Wild, they have such a solid lead. Like, they are dominant, and they are going to keep being dominant. They've shown that they are the best in hockey. That division is probably going to be a weak division just because of those 3 teams continually beating on the rest of them.
Well, and the other thing, and I mean, let me know if you disagree with this, Clayton, but the thing I'm kind of worried about right now as an Avs fan, and I'm sure you're looking at the same thing as a Stars fan, is with the Wild going out and getting
Quinn Hughes.
Quinn Hughes.
I mean, what a solid acquisition. And then on top of it, you have Gustafsson, who's an ace.
Right.
And then you have Wallstedt in, and he's been playing lights out. Shutouts this year, just hard to get past. He's a brick wall. He's a cheat code in the game, you know.
I mean, the Avs have an 11-point lead on the Wild, but that can disappear fast.
Well, if the Avs start falling to earth, like I'm saying, it's eventually going to happen. You just can't win out the rest of the games or force every game to overtime. And when it happens, is that when the Wild start taking off?
That's what I'm concerned with. Right now, you've got the Wild or the Avs and the Stars sitting at the top.
Yeah.
And the Wild are right there. They go out, they get another superstar, which I've been saying for years that they need. They needed a second superstar to go with Creel.
Well, then they finally have the cap space to do it this year. So they finally go in.
Well, all that dead money's off the books now. And so they go out, they go get Quinn Hughes, and now all of a sudden it's like, you guys better not, sleep one night. Don't oversleep on a game because, I mean, they're right there.
Yep.
They could easily take past both of those teams and go in as the number 1 seed. And now you're looking at a whole different playoff picture.
Well, I don't think they can go. I mean, the Stars and the Avs, like, they're playing like. I don't see the Wild taking the number 1 seed by no means, but I mean they're good. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard to knock the Avs out.
Yeah, all it's going to take is for the Wild to be playing solid for a month and the Avs to fall off for a month. That's all it takes, and then boom,
Right.
we're looking at Wild number 1, Avs 3. Like it's still up for grabs because you guys are so tight knit right now with the point spread. But the Avs clearly have the overreaching run right now because they just find ways to make games go into overtime. They find ways to win the game outright.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think the thing I'm mostly concerned with the Wild is if and I don't like to even bring this up, but if we do suffer an injury, like with the Avs, if they suffer an injury and say a guy does miss 3 or 4 weeks, like I said, the Wild are not far behind.
No.
That could give them that little ledge to catch up right away. You know, same with the Stars. If someone goes down for a 2 or 3 week period, dude, we might be looking at a totally different picture. And I agree with you, Clayton. I don't think the Wild are going to come and take that number 1 seed. I really don't. But here's my thought: if something like that were to happen and the Wild do sneak into that number 1 seed, I can guarantee you, no team wants to go to Minnesota all playoffs and play in Minnesota.
Yep.
If they're the ones with the home rink advantage, that is not going to be a fun series because Minnesota loves that
number 1 series. Whoever gets the number 1 seed is probably going to be the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs because they have such a good record, and nobody wants to go to their barn.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to go to Colorado a mile high up. Nobody wants to go play Dallas in Dallas. Nobody wants to go play the Wild in Minnesota. It's going to be a rough, tough series, and those home crowds show out.
Oh, yeah.
Been to those games. They're awesome. They're fun. Great environments. And you don't want to be there as an opposing player because they're gonna let you know. They're gonna get in your face. They're gonna rile you up. I mean, we might have ourselves a DK Metcalf scenario.
Yeah.
Trenton, you've been to Dallas though. You've been to a Dallas game, right?
Yeah, I've been to Dallas.
Okay, so did you go to a playoff game or just a regular game?
Regular season game.
Okay. So you know how wild it is at a regular season game, right?
Oh yeah.
So imagine that just imagine a playoff game in Dallas. It's crazy.
That's
so
exactly
like last year.
Home barn. See, you think it's crazier in the regular season? You go to playoff games and just dial that thing up times 10 because the fans come out. They're crazier. I mean, they're spending a lot of money to watch their team win, and that's what they want. So they're going all out.
That's why make me like I want to experience like we were talking earlier about going to that in March game when the Stars and Avs play. Like that's gonna be the taste of a Western Conference right there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think at that point, since everybody knows the Avs and the Stars are already in this tight knit race, everybody knows it, and the players are going to know it. So it's going to add that much more intensity. You're going to have some green in the crowd there in Colorado as long as that the Stars keep keeping on and the Avs keep rolling. This is going to be a solid series once they finally play each other. My biggest concern is we're going to see it. They're going to be physical with each other. They're going to be rough with each other come playoff time. And it's going to take a lot out of both of them teams. So whoever gets these guys afterwards, are you even getting the full squad or are you getting a really banged up squad?
That's the problem. Hockey, it's a physical sport. Like obviously it's a physical sport, but these teams, like we said, they're going to beat each other up, dude. I mean, these teams play each other all the time. They're in the same division. They're the regular season, they're going to beat each other up. And it's going to get to a point where they're going to get to the playoffs. Who knows what squad you're coming in with?
Yeah.
And that's what I worry about every year is, man, now the Pacific Division comes in, fresh and ready to play. We come in.
Not as banged up. I mean, you're not having the Pacific Division of old Western years, whereas the Sharks and the Knights beating the crap out of each other, and every other team that they play against, you got one or two teams that's going to be that dominant and be chippy. I mean, that's why the finesse hockey in Edmonton works right now. Because they can get through the Pacific, and then they're nice and rested, and they can finesse you.
Yeah.
And then you finally get a rough and tough team like the Panthers have been the last few years, where they got to go against the Bruins. Who are the Bruins known as? They're known as bruisers. Like
They're bruisers.
the East Coast has been a rough team, so it's like if you can get there and you're not as injured, you're not going through all that banging on the boards, you got more of a chance to win this thing, and that's what it's proven out. Is the Oilers? I think they are really shy of a goalie. And the only reason why they've been there is because they can just outskate everybody else. They're not being out physicaled, and when they finally get out physicaled, they've lost every time.
So I guess here's a question for both of you. Other than the top 4 teams in the West, which would be the Avs, the Stars, the Wild, and the Knights, who do you worry about the most as kind of that that I don't want to say Cinderella story, but I guess kind of that team that you aren't expecting but could
talking about the West?
Yeah.
I think honestly the Ducks.
So
Joel Quenneville coming in there. He's already done it with the Blackhawks.
Yep.
And look at that talent that he's already got him in the number 2 seed. Yeah. He's got Zegras. He's got solid players behind him. It's gonna be like
Zegras is on the Flyers now.
Oh,
I watched the Stars and Ducks play. I can't remember when they played, but I was very impressed with the Ducks.
The Ducks look really good.
Joel Quenneville's got that. He's got that pedigree where he can get the juice out of the players. He can. All right. Well, he also has the eye of this. You're just not working with this lineup. Let me move you to the 4th line, and then boom, the 4th line score, and then the 1st line score, and then oh man, it just trickles down.
They've also got a lot of young talent. I mean, Leo Carlson's breaking out.
Yep.
He was the number 2 pick in that Connor Bedard draft. Mason McTavish has broke out this year. He's been looking really good. Terry's a young player. He's playing awesome. They got rid of Zegras, which worked out for both of them because Zegras is playing awesome in Philly, and the Ducks seem to have more team chemistry now. So I don't know why that worked out, but that team just looks good, man. And then Dostal, Lucas Dostal, goalie, man. He's been an awesome goalie this year, and he's another young dude. Like that team scares me, to be honest. I mean, I think right now, to me, it's the Ducks and the Sharks that I would be most worried about coming and ruining someone's season. You know.
Well, the Sharks are they're in a very viable spot to be in a wild card and play heartbreakers to whoever they're playing.
Yes.
I mean, Connor Bedard is really good. Don't get me wrong. But Celebrini is just above him.
I think Celebrini.
I think he's just above him, and it's crazy to say because you're like, man, nobody could beat Bedard 2 years ago when he gets drafted. You're like, man, this guy is a stud, and then Celebrini's coming and lighting that goalpost up, and he's doing some crazy good trick shots and opening up lanes for his teammates. Like he is solid.
It's like we've mentioned in other episodes, like 2 years in a row, the number 1 overall pick, maybe even 3 years in a row, counting this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about, franchise changing, I can't think of the word. Generational talent. You went from Connor Bedard, generational talent, finally breaking out this year. Yeah, he's injured right now, but the guy was having a killer year before. The very next year, Macklin Celebrini might be even better. I know people were saying he was going to be maybe as good. Nah, I think he's the better player.
I think he's better.
And then now this year, you get the Matthew Schaefer kid over in New York with the Islanders. Well, playing crazy.
You had a few years ago, you had the Avs picking up McCarr. Just solid.
It's crazy, dude. The talent that has come in the league lately and changed
some of
these.
Like, I think, Zach, me and you were talking about this kid the other day, but Green from the Blackhawks. What do you think? I mean, did you watch him the other night, or did you ever watch him?
Since me and you talked about him, I've watched 2 games, and I think he's another guy. Let me put it this way: I think the Blackhawks are full of them. They're full of these young guys that Frank Nazar, Connor Bedard, that Green kid. I can't remember his first name off the top of my head, but
I can't either.
Spencer Knight, they've got that defensive-man they took 2nd overall last year, Levshinin, Arturi Levshinin, I think. they've just got all this young talent that is just meshing together all at the right time. Like, I know they're in last place right now. They were last year too. They've probably got, unlike the Sharks turned it around pretty quick, but I think the Blackhawks probably have one more year of building. But I can tell you what, when that team turns around, it's going to be
You can
scary.
see glimpses of this team's potential already.
Yeah.
I mean, they are a hard team to beat, and when Spencer Knight's on, he's as good as the best of them. I mean,
Yeah.
he's playing lights out, and he's got himself a chance to get in the Olympics. I mean, that's how good this guy's been playing so far. Is lights out, great hockey, and just not letting pucks go through the twat. Like,
Yeah.
just guard it.
Ryan Green,
So,
that's his name. Ryan.
Yeah,
Green.
Ryan Green. I like him. Like I think I picked him up on my fantasy team. I think he's gonna be once Chicago gets all this the young talent like y'all were saying, like gets it all figured out, like they're gonna be a team to force to reckon with.
Yeah, well, that Ryan Green, I was just looking it up. He was a second round pick back in 2022. 22 it said, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2022. So, yeah, again, a young guy. I mean, how old does that put him? 23 maybe? 24?
25.
22. He's 22 years old.
Young kid.
And he's playing center. So he's going to be behind Bedard. So you're probably looking at Nazar as a center.
Yep.
So he's probably your third line center. So think about that talent. Like in 2 more years, Bedard leading your first line, Frank Nazar leading your second line, and this Ryan Green coming up leading your third line. Like, I mean, you're talking about some lethal depth on a team that let's face it, since the Stanley Cup runs, hasn't been a great team.
Yeah, hasn't really done very much.
You know,
I mean, there's a reason why they're number one.
Right. There's a reason they've been drafting that high for years now. I mean,
yeah.
But you see it in any other sport. This happens where teams draft at the top of the draft for 4, 5, 6, 7 year stretch, and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like overnight. Like all of a sudden, man, this team's awesome, and it's like, well, they should be.
The saturation of the talent finally getting good.
Right.
Like, you gotta let it soak, let it grow, and then boom! You don't get a tree overnight. You got to plant that sucker, watch after it, water it, give it some sunlight, and give it a chance to grow. And that's what these hockey clubs are doing. They are making sure, all right, well, if we're going to keep drafting high, we're going to build ourselves a team. And you look at the Hawks, they did it right. They decided, all right, we're going to gut all the old players that we used to have, and we're going to start fresh. We're going to start getting young new players. And what's that going to do? It's going to make us good over the next 20 years, however long these cats want to play.
Yep. So, I know we talked a lot about the Western Conference. Did you have any last takes on that, Clayton?
I was going to ask y'all what y'all's opinion is with Liam Bichsel coming back, or when he comes back from the Stars. Like, he's one of the defensemen that you're probably going to need, like, in the gutter whenever you're playing teams like Colorado and Minnesota. Like, he's big, he's physical. I mean, he's one of them guys that you want when it's, comes down to it. Well, I mean, what's y'all's?
I think Liam Bichsel is going to be crucial for them going into the playoffs. I think they lucked out by the injury happening at this time, because hopefully he can recover, be healthy, and come back and play the rest of the year and be back in game shape by the time the playoffs start, because Bichsel is a stud. And Bichsel, like you said, he's a big guy, like he's physical. Like, those are the kind of guys, especially in that division, in that playoff run, you're going to have those big, burly, just mean,
to lay some hits, making plays,
come into the game with black and blue eye and a broken nose, ready to play. Like, that's the kind of player he is. And dude, the Stars are going to need him to go on a run. I know I've got him on one of my fantasy teams, and I've been struggling because, a lot of times you got to drop guys when they get hurt like that and get by. And it's like, I ain't dropping him, dude, because when he plays, he scores my team, 5, 6, 7 points a night fantasy wise. And it's like, I'm not dropping a guy like that. I'll throw him on the IR and let him take up that spot. I'm not worried about it. I need him when
Yeah.
and the same thing for the Stars. They need him.
Yeah,
He's a
I mean
stud.
they're hurting without him for sure.
Yeah.
Like right now, you can tell your team is hurting without him. It's that one extra little piece, that one extra slice that makes
That you need.
makes it that much better. It's a little bit of MSG in your eyes.
Like
So
I
as
think
far
he's supposed to be. I think he's supposed to. They said recovery maybe back by the Olympics.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So I mean, like,
so he'll
what's
be
that?
back probably winter break, right after their Olympic break.
Yep.
And what
Yeah,
is
what
that?
is that?
February?
January,
I think it's
February,
like
end of January, beginning of February, something like that.
Yeah, something like
I think so. Like 3 or 4 more weeks from now, it should be
starting
starting up. Yeah.
winter games. So how you feel about your boy leaving the Avs and going to join his club?
That's old
Oh,
news at this point. I got over it.
You know the wound's still fresh. Don't lie.
yeah.
Miko was never supposed to end up on the Stars. We traded him to Carolina for a reason. He was supposed to stay in the East.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to see him till the cup.
Well, Stankoven took his spot there.
Yeah.
I really like Stankoven, but I think Carolina got
I
themselves
like
a good pickup with him.
Yeah, I don't know. Miko was not happy.
No, he wasn't happy in Carolina at all.
No, he wasn't. After Dallas gave him that fat contract, I see a smile on his face almost every time he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's somebody else that you like. If you got Bichsel and him and or Miko, and then you got Robertson and Johnson. I mean, and even Rope Hintz and Jamie Benn. Like when they're all of them are clicking on all cylinders, man. Like they're scary, like scary good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And like I can't. There's a game. I watched the game the other day, and it was just like I can't remember what game it was, but we were sitting there, and I was watching it, and it was just like goal after goal after, and I was just like, what are they like? Like I don't know. I was just like, damn, like nobody can stop them. Like it's just crazy. And then I flipped the channel. Then I watched the Avs play, and me and my wife were sitting there watching them, and she's like, it's like we just watched the Stars play, and they just put on Avs jerseys, and they're doing the Avs are doing the same they're doing.
Who could score points faster and more?
Right.
That's what's going on. And,
and she's like,
that was the appetizer of the night. Now watch the Avs do it, and then the Avs do it at the beginning of the night, and then all right, watch the Stars do it now.
Like this way that I've been watching, like by all means, like everybody knows me. I'm a diehard Stars fan, like, but like I've been catching myself watching a lot of Avs games and watching it, and I'm like, man, like I'm kind of like rooting for the Avs, Of course, and whenever the Avs play Vegas or whenever the Avs play Edmonton, the Oilers, I don't care. I can't stand Vegas or Edmonton. Like they
old news now. I mean,
yeah.
And I mean, it's hard to not watch. You're a Stars fan, so you're watching the Avs, and I'm sure you're the same. You're an Avs fan. I'm sure you're watching because it's hard to not watch the team
is right on your heels.
Well, not only that, but the road leads to that.
Yeah.
The road, this road is going to merge at some point this season. Like we are going to see a playoff series, hopefully, between these two. Like unless something drastic happens, or there's an injury, or somebody gets bounced early for something stupid, we're going to see this matchup happen, and it's going to be a solid matchup. That's why there's so much hype behind this game.
So, change gears here a little bit. What do you guys think of the Eastern Conference? Because here's my question on this.
I think the Eastern Conference doesn't know who's going to be the top dog and who's going to be the bottom dog.
That's exactly my thought.
You've been looking at this season. they've been all above 500. We are just beating the crap out of each other, and there's like one team's really dominant at one night, and then the next night they get the crap kicked out of them, and there's no rhyme or reason. You'll go see a team. Rangers prime example. They'll go on like a 3-game win streak, and then those 3 games they just won, they'll find a way to lose the next 3.
Yep.
And it's really bad fashion. It's not like, oh, they're just kind of losing these games. They're getting beat.
Well, you look at the standings, and like the top seed in the East is the Red Wings and the Hurricanes, both with 49 points, right?
Yep.
The bottom seed in the East is the Blue Jackets with 38.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're talking an 11-point spread through the entire Eastern Conference. Like, I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's like flip a coin and just pick a team that's who's going to make it through. I have no idea. You look at the Islanders, dude. The Islanders had the number 1 overall pick in the draft. They're sitting second right now in the Metropolitan.
Yep.
With 46 points. They're 3 points away from leading the entire East. That's insane. Like, you want to talk about parity in a league, like, the parity is in the East. It's in the East. Like,
any team can win.
Yeah,
any team can win
any night.
It just depends on who's shooting the puck hot and whose goalie's off by that one fraction of a second. I mean, it's a cannibalization at this point. Like, you've got to figure out who's going to be the better team, and you got to start playing that way. And I'm really hoping after we see this Winter Olympic break, one of these teams is finally going to figure it out and click. I mean, it's not like last year where you had your clear front runners where you knew who was going, you knew who was doing well, and who was going to get there. This year is just throw the dice and hope your team's going to be the one who happens to win just enough games and force enough overtimes to get the points to get in here.
So, I guess, I mean, obviously it's too early in the season. We're not even at the midway point here, but what do you think? Like, if you had to pick a team out of the East that could make it to the Cup, who do you think it is? Like, who do you think is?
I mean, I hate to be this guy, but I have to go with the Panthers just because they've been there, they've done it.
Yeah,
you're still in the race for it. I think they have that pedigree; they can do that. I'm a homer, so I was going to say Capitals. I mean, I think they can do it. We've got the talent, we've got the pedigree, we've got people who know what we're doing. And then we were the number 1 seed last year. Like, there was a reason for it. So our coaching just needs to find it, and our players need to play it out. I mean, and
I think Hurricanes.
You got the Lightning as well, who've got that pedigree. Like, they should be able to find a way to do it.
What were you saying,
my 2 teams out of the East, like, I would be thinking probably maybe Stanley Cup is the Red Wings and the Hurricanes. Like, they're both playing really good hockey. Like, but like, you know, you can't. I mean, you can't count out Florida, even though I freaking don't want to see them, you know, three-peat.
Even Florida team, I mean, they've got the pedigree for it. It's just you can't count them out. But definitely front runners right now. The Red Wings have been playing hot. They have a solid goalie. And then look at the Hurricanes. They've been there the last 3 years in the final, not the finals, but the
Eastern Conference
final. And they just find a way to choke it away. Like, I feel like there'll be a team that can get there again, but I will never take them to win the Cup until they finally get to the Cup.
I was just gonna say, like, with the Hurricanes, I almost feel like maybe this is their year, because it seems like you said, like, every year they're right there. They're right there every single year for 3 years now, 4 years, 5 years. They've been like one of the best teams.
I feel like they're like the Golden Knights, or maybe the Stars will do it this year, but their coach can get them to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals, like the Western Conference Finals, but he can never get them over that hump.
Right.
He can get them into the Stanley Cup Finals, and then he loses it. Like, is this one of those points where you cut the coach so you can finally get the girl to prom?
You think they're going to cut Rod Brind'Amour? I don't know.
I doubt it, because he played for him, and he's got such good ties, and he's been winning. He's been consistently winning over there, so it's hard to cut a coach.
That's the thing. Like, how do you cut a guy that's taking
but
you?
But when you take that chance, look what happened to Vegas.
Yeah.
They cut Peter, And then what did they do? They won the cup.
Yeah.
Like, they were a coach away. That's what that tells me. Like, at what point are you going to do it as a coach, or do we have to cut you to get those players that little bit of extra fire in their belly to win this thing? To actually take it across the finish line. And I mean, last year you got swept?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be doing that in the Eastern Conference Finals. You're there for a reason. Play the game. Be the team.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I had to pick two teams right now, I would have to say I think the Hurricanes, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the Islanders. I think the Islanders got something clicking, dude. I think Patrick Waugh's got that team playing awesome. They've got that young kid, Matthew Schaefer. He's looking like a beast. And they've got some older vet guys that are really solid players that can lead a team. And I think if I had to pick, I would say the Hurricanes and the Islanders are probably my favorites right now. And then right behind them would probably be the Red Wings. I think the Red Wings are a good team. I mean, they've got a lot of talent.
Yep.
I
don't know.
I think either way, I mean, I think the Stanley Cup comes back to the Western Conference
For sure.
this year.
For sure.
I mean, it's
Especially
there's not a
in it this year.
I don't
Especially
think
if a
there's
single team gets in there.
Do what now?
I said I think it'll definitely go to the Western, especially if a Central team gets in there. If the Central can finally get over the Pacific and not beat the crap out of each other, or fine, beat the crap out of each other, but then beat the crap out of the Pacific team, you're going to go because you're going to take that hard edge with you too. You're going to be laying wood on the hockey, hitting people into boards. You're going to be playing some Stanley, and people are not going to want that. I mean, that's what the Panthers did. Yep. They just outbullied the Oilers the last 2 years. That's why they won the games. Like, you just got to find that hard edge. And all right, you can play finesse hockey. We've seen how that worked. Look at what the Hurricanes are doing. They can play the best finesse hockey in the world, and then they get against a bruiser like the Panthers, and then they get swept.
Well, prime example is the Devils every year. I mean, Devils are a good team every year, but they play such a finesse style of hockey, and they don't have any like big bruisers that. Yeah, it works great in the regular season, but then you get to the playoffs and you're done.
I just don't think I don't think if there's a team in the Eastern Conference that can stand up or can even compete with the Western Conference this year. I mean, even out of the Pacific, you got Vegas and you got Edmonton, if the Ducks, San Jose, you got those key teams out of the Pacific. I mean, you can't count them out. And then obviously we all know how the Central's playing out. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's gonna if it doesn't, if I can tell you right now, like Zach, that deal I sent you the other day, like if the Stars, Avs, or the Wild make it to the Stanley Cup, if one of them teams make it, and they don't come back with the cup, like they really, that's just gonna be embarrassing because like you have everything. You have everything there you need for a championship team, like or Stanley Cup team, like.
And they're playing like it already. Like, you're already playing playoff hockey in the beginning of the season. Well, the third of the season is already done right now. So, I mean, you're already playing good, solid playoff hockey. Like, I agree with you. If you can't get it done, it's time to flip tables, burn stuff down. Like, what are we talking about? You guys put all this, your GM's put in the work. He's got the team where it needs to be. You guys got to win us a cup now. I mean, that's what the Stars have been there the last few years. Like, it's time. You got to put up or shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why you guys got rid of Peter this last offseason. Like, hey, you're doing a solid job, but we want to get to the next level. We want to win this
that cup.
thing. We want our names etched in the Lordo. Like, we want to hoist this thing.
Yeah. It's
And your goalies ain't getting any younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think call it a night. I mean, this is a topic we can bring up again on another episode because I think the rest of the season, we're going to be watching these three teams kind of,
I think for sure.
lead the pack. There's not going to be another team that catches up to them. I think at this point the chase is on for the cup. It's the Stars, the Avs, and the Wild, and just
It's
whoever
Central
can
and
stay
everyone
healthy.
else, yeah.
Yep, whoever can stay healthy is going to be the one that comes out on top. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are liking the content we're putting out, like we say at every end of every episode, leave a comment. Tell us your takes on some of these thoughts that we've had. We love the comments because then it gives us a chance to kind of interact with you guys and bring you guys into the conversation. So thanks for coming on tonight, Clayton. We're gonna get together again and have maybe a part 2 on this topic. Try to get Andy in on this because he's a big Wild guy. And have more takes on it. A take from the other side. I think we kind of know where Clayton stands as a Stars fan and where I stand as an Avs fan on this one. So, like the channel, subscribe. That way you guys don't miss any new episodes coming out. And like I said, we'll be back for more. So have a good night.